Ladies and gentlemen, the president of the Filipino American Friendship Club of Oregon, Mrs. Angel Ramirez Jr., escorted by Lisa Ramirez and Kenny Carhart.
Good evening. I want to let you know that my speech is going to be, Gail, where's Gail? 20 minutes. No, I'm just kidding. 2.5 minutes. Who are Californians here? Please raise your hands. There they are. Thank you for bringing the California weather to Oregon. I have 2 trivias before I go to the serious note of my speech. I want to find out how many of you men, when you saw your dates tonight, all glamored up, if you just said, wow, you look beautiful, or did you say, wow, you look beautiful, but you spent too much? Raise your hand, please. How many of you men dropped their dates right in front of the convention center? Or how many of you took your dates to the parking lot and let them pay the $8 fee? Raise your hands. Well, on a serious note, dear friends, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the members and the officers of the Filipino American Friendship Club of Oregon, I do sincerely welcome all of you. The celebration debutante is a long-standing tradition in the Philippines. In the Philippines, you may belong to the upper middle class or the wealthy, but you're in Portland, Oregon. Believe me, it's an equal opportunity as long as you have a Filipino heritage. The debutante parents, their escorts, and most especially the executive crew who worked so hard for 2 years to make this event worthwhile, we do give them a big hand. And the debutantes' relatives came all over the country to witness this occasion. And now it's my pleasure to recognize the various leaders of our community. And as I call your name, leaders, please stand up and remain standing. They are not in height order, nor are they in age order. So, Ferdy Sacdalan, President of the Filipino American Association of Portland and Vicinity. Ferdy. Ferdy, the instruction is please stand up and remain standing. Jess Oscilla. Jess is carrying, he has 2 hats. He is the president of the Montavilla Kiwanis Club and also the president of the Veterans and Wives of Portland. Jess Oscilla. Art Villanueva, Art is representing the golden ages of Clark County in Washington, in Vancouver, Washington. Ernie Turla, President of the Aguman Kapampangan. Ernie. Jimmy Lim is the newly elected President of PACO. Jimmy. Eric Tadeo is the Council Chairman of the Filipino American Association of Clark County and vicinity. To all of you leaders, we thank you for your support, and let's all give them a big hand. There is a special person here, Manny Lee, Special Assistant Regional HUD Director from Seattle, Washington. Before the celebration begins, it is my pleasure to introduce a young and talented and wonderful lady. She had chosen a great crew, and without them, we will not have the pleasure of this celebration. The rigorous coordinating of this size of an event was overwhelming and took a hard toll on her daily life routine. She took the responsibility. She gave it her all. Her enthusiasm and energy are admirable. She had the distinction of the first debutante presented during our first Debutante Ball in 1986. Gail Alviar is the executive chairperson of the 2000 Cotillion. Mabuhay, thank you, and enjoy. With my family.
Thank you, Auntie Benny. I'd like to thank my escorts this evening, Alvin Bautista and Paulo Napoles. On Valentine's Day, 16 years ago, I, along with 10 other debutantes, had our debut. Back then, I had no idea what a debut was, nor what being a debutante meant. After all, most of them were the girls that I grew up with in the Philam. We took Tagalog classes together, learned and performed folk dances all over the state together, and even had the nerve to form our own basketball team. Little did I know back then how my debut would affect my life. Now I stand here as the chairperson for the debutantes of 2002, who were just born, if at all, in 1986. And I asked of them what being a debutante meant to them. And I took all of their answers and summed it up into one sentence. A debut is a celebration of our Filipino culture as a girl transitions and is accepted as an adult by her family, friends, and community. However, I'd like to add to that, this celebration of our Filipino heritage is also a transition of responsibility to us as adults to continue to serve our community by ensuring that we are not a forgotten culture. We are not expected, except by our own parents sometimes, to perform community service in order to be a debutante. However, it is the club's hope that as adults, we serve our community as one who is proud to be Filipino. Whether it be joining your college's Filipino student organization or even starting one of your own. Maybe it means changing the expected stereotype that us Filipinos are known to have as to being late to events. Maybe we can change that by actually being early. Or when you have a daughter or a son of your own, to take the responsibility of introducing them to your culture so he or she can take part in our wonderful traditions. Filipinos have so much to contribute to our tossed salad of a society. What was once known as a melting pot is now different. It is important that we Filipino Americans continue to complement the salad versus blending in and losing our own flavor. On behalf of the debutantes of 2002, the debutantes of 1986 through 1998, I'd like to thank the Filipino American Friendship Club for starting this event as a service to all young Filipino American women in the Portland metropolitan area and Southwest Washington. It is indeed a magical journey. This evening would not be possible without the help of those who volunteer countless hours, and because our list is a lot shorter than usual this year, I'd like to take this time to introduce each of them. So as I call your name, please stand up. Yvonne Manapon Cordova, Imelda Solorio, Hugo Solorio, Gloria Rivera, Francis Villanueva, Ferdy Sakdalan, our two newest additions, Ryan and Raynan Kabatbat from California, who kind of stepped in at the last moment. I'd like to give special thanks to several people. Fernando Palma, for your creativity in the souvenir program. Jet Pizarro, Jet, who put up with all of my nagging, writing the checks and doing all the deposits when I needed them. And a special, special heartfelt thanks to Ken and Cheryl Bowie, who not only opened their house to our dance practice, but Ken allowed me to spend so many late night work sessions away from home and the kids. So thank you to them. Last but not least, to my mom and to my sisters who provide patience, love, and support in all that I do. Thank you. On behalf of the debutantes of 2002, their escorts, their parents, and my committee, I thank you. Enjoy the evening.
Honored guests, the debutantes and their families have requested that only their designated photographers be allowed to take pictures during the presentation. Also, as a courtesy to the debutantes, please turn off all cellular phones and pagers during the presentation. Thank you for honoring their request.
On this night of 1,000 stars, let me take you to heaven's door.
Invited guests, the escorts for this evening.
Love's guitars plays forevermore. In the glow of those twinkling, we shall love through eternity. On this night in a million nights, fly away with me. I never dreamed that a kiss could be as sweet as this, but now I know that it can. I used to wander alone without a love of my own. I was a desperate man.
And now, ladies and gentlemen,
on this night.
our MCs for this evening, Myrna Passion Boyce and Dwayne Boyce.
Night of 1,000 stars, let me take you to heaven's door. Where music of love's guitars plays forevermore.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure to introduce to you my older son, Dwayne Boyce. Dwayne comes from Hong Kong via Minneapolis. He has been a master of ceremonies for many of the glitzy affairs in Hong Kong, so he does come with some credentials. Let's see if he can do it tonight.
Thank you very much, Mother. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my pleasure to introduce my mother, Miss Myrna Passion Boyce. She's been an antique fixture at this event since the Phil-Am Debutante Ball began back in 1986, through the heavenly enlightenment of Auntie Benny Ramirez. Actually, they're both antiques, but all things considered, they're very young compared to the history of time.
Thank you, Dwayne. And now, let's start the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, the proud and excited parents of the debutantes. Dwayne, let's do some math here. When you were 17 years old and a junior in high school, these beautiful debutantes whom you'll meet tonight were babies. Babies as in diapers, baby bottles, crying and waking up every 2 hours.
Okay, Mom, so 17 years later, so I can still do the math, these once upon a time babies have now gone through an amazing metamorphosis.
Yes, Dwayne, this debutante ball has come full circle. The Filipino American Friendship Club of Oregon has presented a total of 83 young women in 16 years. Some of them are here this evening, and the rest are in far-flung corners of this planet.
In tonight's presentation, we've asked each of the debutantes to answer 5 out of 50 questions that were given to them several weeks ago. Examples of the questions: what would you do if you had $1 million? What is your most memorable experience while visiting the Philippines? What is your favorite place to visit? Your definition of love, your ideal partner, or your Filipino dish? These are just some of the questions that were presented to the debutantes this evening.
Listen, everyone, to their answers. They're quite original and they've got beautiful minds.
Ladies and gentlemen, parents, lolos, lolas, families and friends, the Filipino American Friendship Club of Oregon welcome each and every one of you to this much anticipated event.
This exciting and unforgettable event tonight is the culmination of many months of preparation. We thank the parents who have patiently guided, encouraged, helped, and sometimes, I guarantee you this, they argued with their daughters.
To the debutantes and to their equally patient escorts who have rehearsed many, many hours, these practices were truly a commitment for everyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, the waiting is over. The practices are done. The beautiful gowns have arrived from the Philippines. The tuxedos have been rented. The jitters have begun. And as all they say, all systems go.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the Filipino American Friendship Club of Oregon proudly present the debutantes of 2002.
Raul and Nora Madarang. Proudly present their daughter, debutante Liana Michelle Madarang, a junior at Aloha High School. Debutante Liana says with her $1 million, she would invest $250,000, pay off her parents' home, buy a few cars, give some to her family and friends, go on a Bahamas cruise, and go on a mad shopping spree. And whatever's left, give to charity. If she were marooned on a deserted island, she would definitely have coconut body butter from the body shop. She hates dry skin. Auntie Elma Alviar's bibingka is her favorite Filipino dish, especially the corners. They are the best part of this dessert. Ladies and gentlemen, debutante Liana Michelle Madarang. With her escort, Mr. Justice Evangelista of Century High School.
Mr. Long Huang and LV Vu proudly present their daughter, debutante Marie Grace Gawiwan Vu, a junior at Westview High School. While debutante Grace was in the Philippines, she says that every day was a wonderful and memorable experience, especially being with her family. Her ideal partner is one who is smart, athletic, confident, and knows what he wants in life. She wants to have intellectual conversations with him, yet still have fun. Lumpia is her favorite Filipino dish, and she says she could eat it all day long. Ladies and gentlemen, debutante Marie Grace Gawiran Vu. With her escort, Mr. Daryl Limchuko of Southridge High School.
Henry and Domi Limjuko. Proudly present their daughter, debutante Larissa Atmosfera Limjuko, sophomore at Southridge High School. Debutante Larissa says if she were president of the Philippines, she would provide shelter for the poor, ensure sanitary conditions in public restrooms, and implement traffic laws. she would like to visit Cinderella's first ball so she can have her glass slipper and meet her Prince Charming. Her favorite Filipino dish is kari-kari with a lots of bagoong. Ladies and gentlemen, debutante Larissa Atmosfera Limjuco. With her escort, Mr. Paul Vu of Westview High School.
Raul Banagali and Gigi Wilcox proudly present their daughter, debutante Hannah Christine Banagali, junior at Lincoln High School. Debutante Hannah's favorite colors are red and blue. She says red is a strong color which demands a response, and that blue symbolizes tranquility and is a mellow color. Her most memorable experience in the Philippines was riding a carabao at her Lolo's plantation when she was just 9 years old. If she were reincarnated after death, she would like to return as an animal in the wild, as either a large cat or a small bird. In this way, she would be able to be free to roam the world and live off the earth's resources. Ladies and gentlemen, debutante Hannah Christine Banagali. With her escort, Mr. Anthony White from the Dalles High School.
Anthony Cassera and Barbara Affleck. Proudly present their daughter, debutante Maria Affleck Cassera, a junior at Lincoln High School. Debutante Maria would like to visit Italy and meet her relatives in the mafia. Her favorite Filipino dish is leche flan, and she craves Aunt Marta Fama's 3-colored jello. She would like to ask her parents for a camouflage long bed SUV Land Rover Defender with side benches, winch, rhino guard, outside roll bar, good sound system, and a throw-in, a camera platform roof rack. Ladies and gentlemen, debutante Maria Affleck Cassera. With her escort, Mr. Eric Cedar of WF West High School in Chehalis, Washington.
Ed and Alicia Boyle. Proudly present their niece, debutante Giselle Marie Rivera Tison, senior at Merlot Station High School in Beaverton. Gigi, as she is known to most of her friends, would buy a huge house in the Philippines for her mother and father's retirement if she won $1 million. She leaves us guessing what she would do with the rest. Her favorite colors are red for love and purple for orchids. Her ideal partner would be responsible, attractive, smart, and funny. Her favorite TV show is Friends because she says it's quite entertaining and leaves her laughing. One other interesting note, Gigi says that she was never kissed on her first date. Ladies and gentlemen, debutante Giselle Marie Rivera Tison. With her escort, Mr. Tavi Kusansavath from Merlot Station High School.
Ariel Sayao and Josephine Zapp. Proudly present debutante Monica Madarang Sayao, a junior at Evergreen High School in Vancouver, Washington. Debutante Monica's strongest trait is in being a perfectionist, and her weakest is that she tends to worry often. Her definition of love, it is the strongest feeling of complete and pure, endless happiness. The love of her life is her family, her friends, and her boyfriend, Chris. She loves lumpia and pancit. Ladies and gentlemen, debutante Monica Madarang Sayao. With her escort, Mr. Chris Lapointe from Evergreen High School.
Mr. Jake Cedar and Sandy Vilas proudly present their daughter, debutante Maya Joy Cedar, a junior at WF West High School in Chehalis, Washington. Debutante Maya would spend her $1 million shopping for clothes and shoes, and she'd also buy a car. She would like to meet Mia Hamm and talk to her about soccer, which she says is her favorite sport. She would also like to meet Janet Jackson so she can get some singing and dancing tips from her. Her favorite TV show is Dark Angel because she says she likes how Max kicks butt in futuristic Seattle in the year 2019. Ladies and gentlemen, debutante Maya Joy Cedar. With their escort, Mr. Justin Tandingan of LaSalle High School.
Natty Carrington with her son, Benjamin Carrington. Proudly present debutante Michelle Joy Carrington. Junior at Beaverton High School. Debutante Michelle's favorite color is yellow. It is bright and stands out wherever it is. If she were maroon in a deserted island, she would make sure she had a toothbrush. She can't stand it when she does not brush her teeth. She would like to visit Australia for its unique animals, and her favorite Filipino food is sinigang. And her high-energy snack is chicken strips and French fries. Ladies and gentlemen, debutante Michelle Joy Carrington. With her escort, Mr. Mico De Leon of Jesuit High School.
Mary Bellino and Bob Tamola. Proudly present debutante Ivynet Lissing Bellino, a junior at Jesuit High School. Debutante Ivynet's most memorable experience that she had while visiting the Philippines was seeing a cockroach next to her foot while in the bathroom. Her best friend would be her ideal life partner. She has 2 body piercings, 1 on each ear. She agrees with interracial marriages and says that race should not stand in the way of true love. Ladies and gentlemen, debutante Ivynet Lissing Bellino. With her escort, Mr. Christopher Del Rosario from Jesuit High School.
Ramon and Leonora La Chica. Proudly present their daughter, debutante Jacqueline La Chica, sophomore at Century High School. Debutante Jacqueline's definition of love as a teenager is, love is very complicated, but it can be friendly and supportive, something precious that is shared with someone you care about. She is proud to be a Filipino because it is her heritage and the way we are taught to respect our elders and ourselves, she says. She would allow her daughter to date at 17 or 18. Her daughter then would be responsible enough to know her actions and her consequences. Ladies and gentlemen, debutante Jacqueline La Chica. With her escort, J.R. La Chica from R.A. Brown School in Beaverton.
Mr. Carlito and Lourdes Arada. Proudly present their daughter, debutante Anne Marie Arada, junior at Century High School. If debutante Anne had $1 million, she would buy a Viper and a huge house with a swimming pool and a big front yard and go shopping all day long. If she were marooned on a desert island, she would make sure that she has lip gloss, for she says a girl should never have chapped lips. Debutante Anne would like to be married sometime after college, but before the age of 30. Ladies and gentlemen, Debutante Anne Marie Arada. With her escort, Mr. Juan Carlo Arada of Century High School. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the debutantes of 2002 with their escorts.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the long-awaited father and daughter dance.
When I was just a little girl, I asked my mother, what will I be? Will I be pretty? Will I be rich? Here's what she said to me. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. What will be, will be. When I grew up and fell in love, I asked my sweetheart what lies ahead. Will we have rainbows day after day? Is what my sweetheart said. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. What will be, will be. Now I have children of my own. They ask the mother, what will I be? Will I be handsome? Will I be rich? I tell them tenderly, que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. What will be, will be. Que sera, sera.
Someday, when I'm awfully low, when the world is cold, I will feel it glow, just thinking of you and the way you look tonight. Oh, but you're lovely,
with your smile so warm and your cheeks so soft. There is nothing for me but to love you, just the way you look tonight. With each word, your tenderness grows, tearing my fear apart. Oh, and that laugh that wrinkles your nose, that touches my foolish heart. Well, lovely, never, never change. Keep that breathless charm. Won't you please arrange it? 'Cause I love you just the way you look tonight. With each word, your tenderness grows, tearing my fear apart. And that whacked out kooky laugh that wrinkles your nose, touches my foolish heart. Oh, baby, now, lovely, never, never change. Keep that nutty smile. Won't you please arrange it? 'Cause I love you just the way you look tonight. The way you look tonight. The way you look tonight. Just the way you look tonight.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to draw your attention to the two video screens so that we may enjoy a unique dedication of the debutantes of 2002.
My name is Anne-Marie Navinario Arata, daughter of Carlito and Lourdes Arata. I was born in Batangas, Philippines, and started my education at St. Scholastica's College. We lived in the Philippines for 10 years and moved here from Idaho during spring break of last year. I am 17 and a junior, now attending Century High School. By having an internship at Intel and a 4.0 average, I hope to have a scholarship and go to University of Portland to be an electrical engineer. I love hanging out with my friends and just enjoying what I do. Thank you so much for everyone that helped me make this happen and for showing me support through it all.
On November 27, 1984, Ivanette Bellino, was born by my wonderful parents, Alejandre and Mariquita Bellino. I am currently a junior at Jesuit High School in Beaverton. I am 17 years old and the youngest of two children. For the past 3 years, I have been class president, and I have also represented my school at many international student ambassador delegations in England and Ireland. At school, I participate in track and field, dance team, and choir. I have volunteered with many organizations for many years. For example, the Blazers Boys and Girls Club of Oregon, Dornbecker Hospital, Oregon Food Bank, Race for the Cure, and many more. In future, I plan to go to college and major in international business. I would like to maybe study abroad also. I would like to take this opportunity to extend my appreciation to my wonderful and supportive family and friends.
Hello, my name is Hannah Banyagali. My parents are Georgia Wilcox and Raul Banyagali. I was born and raised with my 2 older brothers, Ryan and Robert, in Portland, Oregon. Art, music, and sports have always been a part of my life. These I balance with academics and family. I attended Riverdale through 8th grade, where I was awarded the Principal's Award for Academic Achievement. I was Athlete of the Year, President of Student Council, and took first place in mathematics at the Regional Pentagames. I now attend Lincoln High School and am involved in the International Baccalaureate and International Studies programs. Over the last few years, I have developed a love for photography and hope to be a graphic designer or to pursue a career in medicine. I first visited the Philippines when I was 10 years old and visited again last August. It was a wonderful opportunity for me to connect with my cultural heritage and to get to know my relatives, of whom I see all too little. I am honored to be here this evening because it represents my own personal coming of age. I would like to thank my parents for always being there for me and for giving me the support and the reassurance that I can do anything. I am also thankful to have such wonderful friends and family who I care so much about.
My name is Michelle Joy Carrington. Born on September 16, 1984, I was the first and only girl born into my family. After having 2 boys, my mom had fun dressing me up in all the cute outfits she could get her hands on. I wasn't spoiled, but my brothers liked to think I was. Playing and teasing the 3 of my brothers was a task that I would accomplish on a regular basis. Now that we are all older, we spend time enjoying different activities like boating and going to the mountains together. We like to travel as a family. I've been to a great deal of places and take road trips every summer. I've been to the Philippines and go to Canada every summer and have been to about 30 of our own states. I play many sports. I started playing soccer when I was around 5 years old. I've played it every year since, including 3 years for Debutante High School. In middle school, I played rec basketball and played on my high school team when I was a freshman. This year is my 2nd year participating on the track team. I also play on my school's racquetball team. Currently, I am a member of National Honor Society, Eco Club, and Health Occupation Students of America. I am taking AP Biology as well as participating in a class called Health Careers. I volunteer at Good Sam Hospital and help my mom teach her Sunday school class. I am planning on going to college right after I graduate high school. Thanks, Mom, for always being there.
My name is Maria Affleck Cassera, and I'm the daughter of Barbara Affleck and Tony Cassera. I'm 17 years old and a junior at Lincoln High School. I'm in the International Baccalaureate program with an emphasis on biology and the sciences. I received 2 presidential awards for outstanding academics from Bill Clinton. I'm currently on the honor roll, and I've received the SEPA Award every year since 1990. I've been a member of the Filipino American Friendship Club of Oregon dance troupe since I was 3 years old, and I serve as the vice president of the youth group. I volunteered with the March of Dimes since grade school, and I'm currently the vice president of the March of Dimes Youth Leadership Council, Chain Reaction. I was selected to attend the Youth Leadership Conference in Atlanta, Georgia in the summer of 2000. Some of my hobbies include both digital and black and white photography, web and graphic design, animation, and making films. I will be attending college in another year, and I hope to be studying genetics and biomedicine. I would like to thank my parents for giving me this opportunity to be a debutante. I would also like to thank friends, family, and the Filipino community for supporting me in all of my endeavors.
Hi, my name is Jackie, the daughter of Raymond and Lenora La Chica. I'm 17 years old and currently attending Century High School. I'm an active varsity Jaguar cheerleader and have been joining the squad for 2 years. I'm also planning to stay until my senior year. I like being a cheerleader because it gives me the opportunity to be as one of the role models in our school by encouraging my fellow students to be more active and spirited around and outside campus. I was also in the honor roll and have been selected in the National Junior Honor Society throughout middle school, based upon scholarship, leadership, service, citizenship, and character by the NJHS Faculty Council. I also graduated with awards for excellence in science, math, for positive attitude as a hard worker. I'm hoping to enter the medical field as a physician or a nurse. On my spare time, I like to design clothes and to dance. I would like to thank my families and friends, especially my parents, for always believing in my dreams, but most of all, to believing in myself. They've shown me so much love and have reminded me to be pure inside, to have faith in God and to thank Him for He has showered me with all His blessings. I thank Him for giving me wonderful families, friends, talent, and wisdom I have now.
Hi, my name is Larissa Limjuco and I just turned 16 years old. My parents are Henry Limjuco and Domi Atmosfera Limjuco. I am an involved student at Southridge High School in Beaverton, Oregon. My hobbies include dancing, singing, traveling, playing the piano, cooking, shopping, and I definitely enjoy going out with friends. I am always up for something new and I like to experience different things. Freshman year, I was on the high school dance team and received the Team Connection Award for working well with the team. I have also accomplished getting in front of an audience and singing with two of my other friends in the talent show for 8th grade. I have been a consistent honor roll student since junior high. I am active in St. Cecilia's youth group and have sang for the church choir. When I grow older, I hope to become a psychologist or a pharmacist. I would like to attend University of San Diego or Oregon State University. First, I would like to thank God for all His blessings throughout my life, and to my parents for guiding me throughout my years, and to my brother who has been there to take care of me. To all my family and friends, thank you for coming to support me in this event.
Life isn't measured by the breaths we take, but by the moments that take our breath away. My name is Liana Mattering, and I'm the proud daughter of Raul and Nora Mattering. I was born on September 7th, 1985, and ever since I could walk, I have been doing Filipino dances with the Philam Youth Group. Dancing was never something I really wanted to do. It was kind of forced upon me, but I'm glad that I did it because it gave me the chance to learn and appreciate the culture of the Philippines. In my spare time, I enjoy shopping, hanging out with friends, watching TV, eating ice cream, drinking caramel frappuccinos, and of course, sleeping. I'm currently a junior at Aloha High School, where I'm a member of National Honor Society, part of my school's Warrior Crew, and involved in Key Club, where we volunteer in the community. I have always had a strong interest in law, and I plan on becoming a lawyer or having a job involved in forensics. After high school, I plan to attend an out-of-state college, preferably USC or Miami University, and pursue a career in law. Everything I am or hope to be, all my ambitions and dreams, I owe to my parents. They were the ones that made sure that I stayed well-rounded, even if they had to force me to take certain risks. They always made sure I took advantage of every opportunity so I could always be successful, and I'd like to thank them for being such amazing parents.
I'm Monica Mattering Sayao. My parents are Josephine and Martin Zapp and Ariel and Flordelisa Sayao. I'm 16 years old and attend Evergreen High School in Vancouver, Washington. At school, I enjoyed cheerleading, being the treasurer of our FMPA Sports Medicine Club, and having fun with friends in class. In the summer, I love going on family vacations and having fun with friends. During the winter, I have a great time on the slope snowboarding. I thank God for giving me strength, guidance, and the greatest gift of all, my family and friends. I appreciate all the things they do for me and thank them for making this night precious. I will always love you all.
I would like to thank my parents for giving me the opportunity to participate in the Filipino American Debutante Ball 2002. I feel lucky to have met and made friends through this event. I will be able to walk away from the Debutante Ball more knowledgeable of the Philippine culture and appreciate it more. My plans for the future are to attend Washington State University, the Seattle Institute of Arts, University of Connecticut, or University of North Carolina, and to take up TV production or fashion design. I would like to be able to get an internship this summer with one TV host to experience and learn the trade. Meanwhile, I will continue to participate in high school sports like soccer, basketball, and tennis. At At the same time, I would like to finish high school and graduate so that I could go and fulfill my goals. If I could, I would like to be a pro soccer player, pro basketball player, or an amateur tennis player in the future.
My name is Giselle Tizon. I'm 18 years old and the youngest of the 10 brothers and sisters in my family. I was born on November 1st, 1983 in Portland, Oregon at Good Samaritan Hospital. I'm a senior at Marlow Station High School and graduating in June of this year. After graduation, I plan on going to PCC and take some nursing courses. At Marlow, I did some volunteer work at the Oregon Food Drive, Meals on Wheels, Beaver Acres, and Aloha Park Elementary Schools. My hobbies are dancing and singing. I did some dancing at the United Voices crew. It was nice to do that because I was with a lot of my friends. I also hula danced at my sister's wedding, and that was really fun. I also enjoyed going to karaoke places and singing with my friends and family. Other hobbies that I enjoy are playing pool and babysitting. I work at Encompass Teleservices Incorporated as a voice stream agent in Beaverton and have been working there for 1 year. My goals are to graduate from college and to become a nurse at Good Samaritan Hospital, get married and have a big family, and live independently in my own home.
My name is Marie Grace Vu, and I am the daughter of Long Vu and Elvira Gurian Vu, and I have an older brother. His name is Paul Vu. I have lived in Beaverton, Oregon my whole life. When I was 13, I visited the Philippines. I had a good time and was happy I could experience the culture my mother grew up in. I am currently a junior at Westview High School. I would like to attend the University of Washington in the future, and I hope to be a pediatrician. I have been an honor roll student since middle school and have received honors in several classes. In addition, I am taking a few advanced placement classes. I enjoy playing sports and doing outdoor activities. I took Taekwondo lessons when I was in the 2nd through the 5th grade, and I have been playing basketball since the 6th grade. I started participating in youth group at Holy Trinity when I was a freshman and applied and got accepted into the National Honor Society at Westview High School this year. As part of youth group, I participate in volunteering programs and will be adding more volunteering time for NHS. I would like to take this opportunity to thank my family for their support, and special thanks to my mother who has provided much help and encouragement for this event.
The traditions and customs of the Philippines are innumerable. But one tradition that we Filipinos have treasured, especially during formal occasions, is the Spanish influence, rigodon. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, in the highest honor of our mother country, the Philippines, the debutantes with their escorts present the rigodon de las estrellas.
Ladies and gentlemen, honored guests, friends, relatives, Lolos and Lolas, these are the debutantes of 2002 with their escorts.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Filipino Friendship Club of Oregon, the debutantes, their escorts, and their parents thank each and every one of you for joining us in our celebration. Let us now continue the evening with music from Untamed World from Los Angeles. We will pause for 15 minutes and dancing will begin. Thank you and good evening.